Here's a track fact.
At Bristol, Tennessee, we saw an incredible 16-second four-tire stop by Rusty Wallace's crew. That stop, in conjunction with others almost as fast, allowed Rusty Wallace to go to victory lane. So we decided to journey here to Penske Racing South and try to determine the secret behind the speed. Well, to no one's surprise, it's an exercise room. But here it's a little bit different than maybe what some of the other teams might have. They employ an exercise specialist, Bob Presley, who accentuates two things: speed and flexibility. Not bulk, not muscle size, but primarily the ability to do something in a hurry with agility. Now, they work out here 5 days a week. Included with this, they use a Stairmaster and a treadmill, as well as weights. Then they go out in the parking lot in the afternoons and run wind sprints. They run the width of the parking lot and walk the length. Then they run those dreaded line drills where you go back and forth like a basketball player hates, where you bend over and learn to change directions in a hurry. And then every Tuesday night, yes, they have aerobics class here, trying to teach this over-the-wall gang to be graceful. So when we call those pit stops high-speed ballets, that's exactly what they are here at Penske Racing South.
Well, the pit crews are now getting in shape. The drivers, of course, always are staying in top physical conditioning. How about the ex-drivers and now broadcasters? Benny, are you on any
I'm on a seafood diet. Yeah. All the food I see, I eat it, so.
No, he hasn't eaten anything for 24 hours. He's doing that well.
Jerry, what do you have to add?
Well, I could comment. You know, Benny, we mentioned Benny's had a bit under the weather for the weekend here, and he came to me for advice. I said, Benny, clear liquids. You got to stay on clear liquids. You'll feel better. Benny, hush puppies are not a clear liquid.
Son of a gun, you learned something every day.
Man.
Those all-liquid diets are tough, aren't they? There is Jeff Bodine, who, of course, was involved in that first lap incident. He's back on the track trying to get as many Winston Cup points as possible. Back in North Wilkesboro, a lap and a half has been completed under green. Ken Schrader is the leader of this race. Brett Bodine is running second, followed by Sterling Marlin, Terry Labonte, and Ricky Rudd. Now, out in front of Ken Schrader, is Ernie Irvin. He's gotten one of his laps back.
He came in, took on fresh tires, Bob, and was able to sprint out ahead of Ken Schrader and pull away from him when the start of the race. Or the restart of the race, I should say.
Great shot. Looks like these new tires are very important here in North Wilkesboro, just like they have been at all the racetracks this year, Ned.
Yep. After you get some laps on them, they get heated up a little bit and don't run quite as fast.
Here's Kyle Petty and Davey Allison battling for position. This would be back in 17th spot. There's Bill Parsons right ahead of them now. Kyle looks to the inside into turn number 3. Cannot pick up the spot.
I talked to Davey Allison and Larry McReynolds this morning. They changed 4 springs. They wasn't happy with their car at all, and they changed 4 springs this morning, trying to find that combination to get around the Speedway.
Keeping you up to date on who's running where in our Auto Light Field summary. Earnhardt is up to 10th.
Yeah, he's up to 10th, but he's being passed right now by Rick Mast. Earnhardt had moved from his 21st position up to 10th, but Rick Mast now trying to move on the inside of him. There they are in turn 1. Mast in the Skoll Classic Ford.
Gets it done.
Yep. Gordon Shepard right behind Earnhardt. Right up ahead of them, Bill Elliott's trying to move around Derek Coates.
Jeff Bodine, 27 laps down, but still in competition. There is Bill Elliott and Derek Cope racing side by side for a moment before Elliott made the pass successfully.
That was 8th position that Elliott just took over.
So Bill, despite the fact his car was damaged, is going pretty good. And here are Petty and Allison once again, side by side through turns 3 and 4.
Looks like Davy's car was working pretty good on the outside. Let's see if he can hang with Kyle through this corner.
Yeah, sure does. Pretty good.
Gets a good grip off that corner. He might have found himself a groove. And Kyle finally takes his spot away. Here's a race for second place. Sterling Marlin on the inside of Brett Bodine.
Bodine was a pole sitter, led the first few laps before Schrader took over, and now he's about to lose second spot as Marlin in the Raybestos Ford is battling with the Quaker State Ford. Ford doesn't have a real impressive record here overall. However, Ford did win both races on this Speedway in 1992. Davey Allison won this race a year ago, and Jeff Bodine won in the fall. Now Marlin has passed Brett Bodine, and Terry Labonte will be challenging Brett next. Meanwhile, back of that group of cars, here is Dale Earnhardt and Derry Cope with Darrell Waltrip right behind Earnhardt. Dale trying to get that Chevy to the inside of Cope. Can't do it.
Now, Darrell Waltrip came up past Morgan Shepherd on the outside.
Here we go. Oh, they're both sideways.
They get him squared away. Let's go at it again here in turn 3. Let's see. There it gives Earnhardt some running room down there. And Darrell Waltrip will move up there as well as Earnhardt makes the pass.
Boy, the short tracks are so tough. You can see when you get out of the groove, that preferred line around the racetrack right on the bottom. It's slow going. Derry Copeland's already lost. This is the third position he's lost.
That's Morgan Shepherd. Now the 15 car, of course, is Jeff Bodine, and he is many laps down, so he's not taking a spot away from Derry.
He's 7 laps down. Over in that neighborhood.
Behind Cope, Kyle Petty and Kenny Wallace.
Both these cars, both these Pontiacs are owned by Felix Sabates.
And there, of course, on the right side of your screen is Davey Allison.
Michael Walton is right behind him. And he gets in that outside group, one of the rookie contenders. Davey Allison going back to pass now.
Comes Michael Waltrip as in front of these guys. Here is Earnhardt on the outside of the track now.
Yeah, but he got up there in that groove. Darrell Waltrip went past him, and now Morgan Shepherd trying to go past him.
Earnhardt's losing position, just like Ned said.
Yeah, that his car is not working as well as it did yesterday when he set a new track record in the second round qualifying.
More on Dale Earnhardt from John Kernan.
Well, guys, you talk about Dale's record qualifying run yesterday. It was under cloud cover. It was very cool. Late day practice yesterday. The sun did come out, but it was still very cool. Today, the temperature's probably 10, 15 degrees warmer than it was yesterday. The sun is out. The problem that Earnhardt's having right now is getting off of the corners. The tires are not locking up. They're not grabbing hold. So he's spinning the tires. He's not getting that little shot coming out of the corners.
Well, somebody who did get a shot a lap or so ago was Sterling Marlin, who has passed Ken Schrader and become the third leader of this event.
And this car, the 8 car, the Raybestos Ford in Darlington, South Carolina, had a great race car. In Bristol, they had a great race car, but something happened to them. I told Kenny Wilson Friday, I said, if you guys ever finish your race, I think you're going to do well. And I saw the Stabola brothers here, Mickey and Bill, this morning. So at least they're here to enjoy this great run that Sterling has going.
Bit of a separation between second place Ken Schrader and back here third, fourth, and fifth Bodine, Labonte, and Rudd.
Right behind them, Dale Jarrett just went around Rusty Wallace. I believe Brett is holding up Terry Labonte a little bit, but he's doing a good job of keeping the groove. But they've been all over him for several laps here now.
Terry Labonte has won twice on this racetrack. Bodine once. And Ricky Rudd never won a race here at North Wilkesboro.
Labonte tried to get a nose under Bodine, but just couldn't quite do it.
And the 6 car, Mark Martin, just pulled back out of the garage here, and he's heading back on the racetrack to the new rear house, and there he goes.
He's going to be about 55 laps down.
So Mark Martin is back in the fray here at North Wilkesboro. The first Union 400 being led right now by Sterling Marlin with Ken Schrader second. We'll be right back.